I get asked a lot, like, Becca, how do you overcome being a woman in a male dominated industry? Like, how did you do it? How did you get taken seriously? Blah, blah, blah. And you know what my answer is? I didn't think about being a woman in a male dominated industry. It didn't cross my mind. Why? Because you're not asking me to dunk a basketball, okay? You're just asking me to walk around and talk to people. I'm sorry, but is being a woman in that regard a disability? Right? It's funny. I get emails all the time too where people say like, oh, Becca, I'm covered in tattoos. Like I'm worried about going to door. Or Becca, I'm black and I'm worried about going to door. And it's funny because I just did a sales training call not too long ago with Deshaun Bryant. And if you don't know Deshaun, his company's Roof Hustlers. He's got a really awesome door-to-door sales training program out there for roofing contractors. He's a black man in Florida. And on the call, he's like, hey, Becca, some of the women want to know like what was the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome as a woman in roofing. And I was like, I didn't have to overcome any specific obstacles just because I'm a woman in roofing. I'm like, I don't have an answer for that. It's just walking around talking to people. And he laughed and he's like, you know what? That's so funny. He's like, sometimes people ask me like, Deshaun, how do you deal with being black? Like when you're knocking doors? And he's like, I don't think about being black when I'm knocking doors. Like, what difference does it make? Being a woman is not a disability. Being black is not a disability. Okay? Being short, fat, tall, gay, those are not disabilities, okay? Again, we're not talking about needing to be born with a natural talent like Nikola Tesla or Mozart or Beethoven or Shaquille O'Neal being 7 feet tall or something like that. We're talking about literally going around, walking around, talking to people, okay? The only obstacles that you will have is your perceived limitations about why you think you can't do it. But there's a saying out there, winners focus on winning, losers focus on winners.